podcast show for business owners and managers who are passionate about developing people and growing a successful business. And now here's your host, Alistair Booth from the HR Booth.
Welcome back to the channel. So in this episode, I'm just going to quickly chat about hybrid working. And the reason for that is a couple of months back, did a kind of webinar, Henderson Loggie accountants, on their First Tuesday Club, where I was asked to kind of speak about hybrid working, just around what's working and what's not working, and the do's and don'ts. So I think a lot of businesses are trying to kind of get to grips with hybrid working and the right I suppose the right kind of system for them, you know. And the thing with this is there isn't one size fits all. So what might work well in one business won't work in another. And I know that, you know, since we came out of lockdown, there was a big push for some businesses to get everybody back into the workplace. But a lot of employees have, you know, found a bit more flexibility around working from home. And a lot more kind of jobs have become available kind of working fully remote. And I think what we're seeing from a candidate perspective now is that, you know, hybrid working or home working isn't really a kind of benefit as such. They kind of see it as a given. So, you know, imposing people to be in office 5 days a week does kind of present a challenge around staff retention and also staff attraction methods. But having people kind of working remotely, you know, brings challenges around. There's, you know, people working in isolation, not sharing practice, not sharing knowledge, not really kind of being team players, and kind of just working in kind of silos. And the issue as well is that some people are just not getting developed the way they would if they were in an office environment or in the workplace. So kind of collaboration with colleagues, you know, that improves if you're in an office kind of setting. Knowledge is kind of shared a lot better. You can kind of build a better culture and kind of team building, etc., where there's kind of a presence. So it's about trying to kind of find something that does work for you and your team. As I say, there won't be kind of one size fits all. We've seen some kind of businesses kind of really struggle with it. We've had kind of some challenges ourselves with kind of hybrid working, so we're now going to have a kind of dedicated office once again, and we'll have you know, days where the team will be expected to be in the office, but there'll be a clear purpose behind that. Where we've seen some issues with some clients is bringing people into the office, and then what you're then doing is spending the day on Teams calls or Zoom calls, and that's the sort of thing they can do from home. So there's not the same opportunity to kind of learn. So I think if you've got days where you've got people in the office, what's the purpose behind being in the office? And if people are working remotely, what's the reason for working remotely? And you know, kind of covering things like, you know, how do you measure their output? How do you measure kind of productivity? Is it outcome kind of based? So kind of consider all these kind of factors when you're trying to kind of measure performance. So I think hybrid working is definitely kind of here to stay. It's a subject that we could kind of speak about all day, and different people have got different kind of views and opinions on it, and people's experiences on it all vary depending on the workplace that they're in as well. So quite keen just to kind of hear how other businesses have found that topic and how they've kind of got to grips with it. But as I say, we've got a kind of more detailed kind of episode on hybrid working that we can share. So put a copy of that in the kind of show notes. And if you've got any questions on anything relating to kind of hybrid working and how that can, you know, benefit you and your business moving forward, kind of please let me know your thoughts. So you can check more information out on the website, which is www.thehrbooth.co.uk. If you want to message me directly, you can do so at info@thehrbooth.co.uk. So thanks for tuning in, and look forward to catching up with you soon.